What's up, guys? Mr. Fifth Flourish, and today I wanted to talk about two trades that I took. Today is June 2nd, 2025. Great year of trading so far. Let's keep it going. Right, so the first trade I wanted to talk about was Tesla. Why Tesla? Tesla has a upcoming June 12th robo-taxi event. So kind of wanted to take advantage of the momentum there, okay? So my thesis here, and if you're in the Discord, you know what it is, but my thesis also, shameless plug, 3-day free trial to the Discord below, link below. Anyways, so we had this gap up to the upside, huge move to the upside, then consolidated, broke out from this consolidation box, 920 crossover to the downside on the these EMAs. We're on the 2-hour time frame, by the way. It shows you a lot of block orders. Anyways, low volume R size, so it shows that there's a lot of down volume coming in. But this 335 level was really the bottom of this huge volume shelf, okay? If we close below 335, we're gonna see a massive move down to 318.98, okay? But guess what happened? This held, okay? This held and created the bottom. My thesis for this was I wanted to see us hold the point of control and then potentially make a move to the upside. So I'm taking swing calls is what I did, okay? So here I took swing calls, and really I wanted to see if we could test 335 first to fill this gap, and it looked like we did and hit this bottom. Previously on our moves up, we did something pretty similar. We had this huge down move, a huge buy order there, and then we kind of came down on a 920 crossover to the downside, and then tested those lows again before making a huge move to the upside. Okay, so I was like, okay, where else did this happen before the dip before the rip? Okay, and I kind of just kept looking over, and I was like, oh, okay, well, did we do this before? Well, yeah, it looked like we had this huge move up, and then we had this 920 crossover to the downside, and then we kind of created this double bottom again right here. Okay, whole bunch of buying right in this area. Okay, before putting in low and then ripping again. Again, we had a short 920 crossover to the downside, and then a 920 crossover back up. So essentially, what is the target here? So the target is to target these highs again. Okay, kind of going into the June 12th robo taxi event. So I took swings that are a little bit far out in terms of the expiration date. So 3 weeks out, and then my target is going to be to that $400 level, okay? $400 level. But what is my stop? My stop is going to be if we close below this low here. If we close below this low here at 332, then we're probably going to see a disgusting move to the downside again. That would mean that we get into this volume gap here. But it looks like there's a ton of volume here that should hold us up, and a lot of this is buying. Okay, that should hold us up. Now, right now, we need to get above the point of control at 345, and then we can see a huge move up. And I wanted to show the risk to reward as well. So, where was my entry? My entry was right around 337.90. So right in here was my entry. And then what is my stop? My stop is going to be right here, a 2-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, if we close below 331.78, 332-ish. If we close there, then it's no bueno. But the risk to reward is pretty insane. Okay, if you look, it's a 10.78 risk to reward if we target that $400 level. But let's be a little bit more realistic. What can we see? So essentially, first we'll see that we get back into these highs. Okay, even then we have about a 3.5 risk to reward ratio on that entry. Okay, just targeting previous price action. There's a lot of order imbalance on this quick move to the downside. We can quickly go right back up to these highs, right? And then after that is going to be after that 3.5 risk to reward, then we're going to target 361.86, which is a 4.11, and then after that is boom and a boom 6.02 at 372, and these key levels are pretty valid. They're pretty insane. So keep them on the lookout. And then after that is that $400 level, which again is like a 10-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Right. But anyways, the first thing we need to get above is this 345 level. So let's see how that plays out. If we close below 335, I'm like on the 2-hour time frame. I'll probably end up just exiting prematurely and looking for re-entry, even though it doesn't hit my stop. It just depends on price action and what's going on overall. But overall, we've been getting these dips spot up pretty quickly. So just wanted to talk about that swing trade and what I took today. Anyways, it's your boy, Mr. Fit to Flourish, and I am out. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.